What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the Boruto anime again. So if you guys have not seen my recent upload, I did talk about how the Boruto anime is likely going to be delayed till at least 2025, perhaps even further. And it seems to be a confirmed thing among a lot of leakers in the Boruto community right now. So along with that, we do have a bunch of other rumors flying around, and one of them being is that Boruto might be getting sent to another studio to be animated, and that's what we're going to be talking about here. I'm going to give my thoughts on it, as well as what seems like is true and what is not. So big thing over here is Abdul Zoldyck said he doesn't normally address rumors like these, but Boruto anime part 2 being animated entirely by this other studio that people are talking about, which is Studio Gear, is something which he, a very big reliable leaker in the community, considers to be extremely unlikely. And he said if there's any truth to these rumors, he can only see Studio Gear really being an outsourcing studio, very much how episodes were being outsourced in Boruto Anime's Part 1, but with some of Studio Pierrot's staff working in the capacity of the directors, the storyboard artists, supervisors, art directors, and so on. And he does also say he doesn't deny the fact that changes are being made behind the scenes at Studio Pierrot, with the introduction of new animators, directors, and overall increase of personnel. But for Studio Pierrot to just give production rights for Boruto to another studio is something that he just doesn't see happening. And I do want to say myself too, it isn't very often we get like these big studio changes, especially not with, I want to say, super long running series. The last big change I can think of myself studio wise was, we have One Punch Man getting studio changes back and forth right now too. That's one I was going to mention. But the main one I was thinking about was Attack on Titan going from Studio Wit to going to Studio Mappa. I think that's a great example of it does happen sometimes, and then One Punch Man also. Both of these are seasonal shows that have been sent out to other studios, but for a big studio like Studio Pierrot to give out one of their biggest franchises, or probably their biggest franchise actually, in Naruto, to give that out to another studio is just completely unlikely. I agree with that. And I can see, though, if another studio comes in to help out with animating the episodes, because I'm sure me included, as well as a lot of you guys watching, do want to see the animation of Boruto improve whenever it does inevitably make a return. So adding in, he did mention that they are adding in new animators, new directors, and just increasing personnel in general. I think this can be really, really good overall for Boruto for whenever it does come back down the line. And this is why it's also good, that it won't be coming back till around 2025, if not later, because this gives them way more time to plan things out, figure out all this stuff with who's going to be directing, who's going to be animating, making sure there's enough animators, making sure they have enough time to animate. A lot of people don't know, but a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes, and this stuff is really, really important if you want our episodes that come out to look as best as possible. So that's pretty much a big update of what's going on. Maybe they'll be getting help from this Studio Gear as an outsourced studio, but for them to completely switch studios would be very unlikely. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but quite unlikely. But yeah, it seems like we're having a good shakeup in the studio, at least. I have heard that Bleach's recent part, I have not been able to see it yet, so I can't really say for sure, but I've heard there are a few episodes that look really good on the art end, but animation is not up to, I guess, a seasonal show standard for, I guess, what people want. And I know people's standards nowadays are really high on that, so maybe they're just being picky, but I gotta check it out at some point and see for myself. But if that is true, that Bleach is, struggling on the animation end, and not being like great in a seasonal format. Yeah, the studio has some work to do, and I got a feeling that the studio is going to probably bring back Black Clover first and probably wrap that up before we get Boruto back. And I think that the main reason behind that is going to be they're probably going to want to knock out Bleach and Black Clover so that they can eventually focus all their stuff towards Boruto when they have more story to animate. And they want to bring it back at a point where they can animate things very consistently and everything can look as good as possible. Because for example, all you guys have to really do is look at how One Piece is being done as a weekly anime, and what they're doing, if you just even look at clips, what they're doing for a weekly anime is insane in terms of animation and art. So I don't know if Boruto would ever get that good on a weekly schedule, but for it to even get somewhere in that realm would be pretty nice. But that's pretty much the update I have for you guys here. Definitely let me know what you guys think of all this in the comments below, and I am gonna have more videos regarding this next upcoming Two Blue Vortex chapter coming out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And on top of that, I am gonna be making a video on the new Dragon Ball anime that's rumored to come out very soon as well, so look forward to that too if you're interested in that. But that's gonna wrap up this one. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. And I hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.